the note up that I have on here.
Yeah, don't look at mine.
I'm not looking at yours. Okay. I think no intro is the best way to go. Just like jump right into it.
Okay.
So we're talking about current obsessions.
Well,
Hyperfixations.
Okay, yes. So
that's a big part of
our
this.
Yeah, our dynamic.
The dynamic.
I usually start them, but I don't know if you're gonna latch off of this hyperfixation.
What? Okay.
Or my current one of this week.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Because your hyperfixations that I tend to then pick up on are the ones that are like, tragic. They all have a tragic storyline.
Yeah, all fueled by tragedy, homosexuality, and
gay. Usually the kind of trifecta of our hyperfixations that we like are tragic, gay, sad,
yes,
unfortunate, and some kind of family
dynamic.
You love the father figure thing.
Six of Crows.
Yeah.
Arcane.
Arcane is the most recent one. The Last of Us, that we're gonna need to do a whole episode on The Last of Us, because that is like that started this.
Of which these all contribute to our lore.
We have a lot of lore, which is what we're talking about today.
So today we are talking about the sort of origin that started our
what you're
lore.
seeing right now.
But first of all, hyperfixation of the week.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Lana Del Rey.
Really? Wait, what do you mean? I thought you've always liked Lana Del Rey.
I have always liked Lana Del Rey, but I have not gone a singular well, when I turn on my Spotify and I'm not listening to Lana Del Rey, I'm mad.
Okay. I have been listening to a bit more Lana recently. I've always struggled with Lana.
I found this let's see if Spotify is going to open on my decrepit laptop.
Yeah, our laptops are begging for help.
I think it's called Lana Del Rey's Sluttiest Songs. And that playlist, it has gotten me through the week.
Really? What's the slutty one? Because I know A&W. I really like A&W.
Let me find it.
That's a good one.
Lana Lana Slut Songs? I don't know. What am I searching up here?
What did you just said the playlist was
In Slutty Lana We Trust. Okay, that's not the playlist, but I like that one.
That's a good one. Okay, wait. What about Lana causes the hyperfixation?
I think it's because I don't know all of the songs.
Yeah,
I don't know all the lyrics. So when I'm studying, when I'm reading, I'm not distracted.
Yeah.
Lana Del Rey's Sluttiest Songs. This is the playlist. But also just the vibe. The vibe is really immaculate.
I do like yeah, like I've always liked Lana, but I haven't listened to her. Like I've never been like hardcore Lana, you know?
Yes.
But I like some of her newer stuff. I have to be in like a certain mood though. Like I have to like I don't know, there's a certain mood I have to bring to if I want to listen to Lana.
My highlights are Art Deco, Sad Girl, Heroine.
Okay.
And Doing Time.
Okay.
So that has been my hyperfixation of the week.
Interesting. And how did that start?
I really don't know.
It just started,
and now I can't listen to anything else.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
How about you?
For me, well, I've had the same hyperfixation since November. That just is unending because my here's what always happens. You introduce me to the thing as the thing is like dying for you because
or just as it's at its peak and I need someone to talk about it with.
And I'm like, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, let me just tell you every detail.
Yeah.
And then guess what? You like those details,
and then
so you consume that media.
I go right into it, which means that my fixation, and then I've always liked things more intensely and longer than you.
Yeah, you really just can't let go.
I can't let go. I can't move on, okay? Everything to me is current, and
because for me, the feeling is intense. It hits me hard. It hits me like a truck.
Yeah.
And the hyperfixation is intense, and I can't. It's immediate, and then soon it starts to die, and then I'm like, okay, I'm over it, but still appreciate that thing for what it was.
Yeah.
It's slow on the rise.
It is,
but it rises.
But it rises. That is so true. Yeah, because I'll dip my toe in. I'm like, it's okay. Yeah, I kind of like it. You know, I'm enjoying it. And then something will happen, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit, I'm in this now. So that since November has just been
Arcane.
I had never seen it before season 2 came out, though, so I haven't really, like, hopped on.
And let's tell this saga, okay? Because 3 years ago, I feel like I'm screaming into this thing and it might be peaking, and I'm sorry if it is.
That's fine.
3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago? Maybe
I
4
don't know.
now.
When did you show
Arcane season 1 comes out on Netflix. And let me tell you, I was not invested at first. I was like, okay,
Really?
animated show.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. One of my friends got me to watch it. She's really the origin of all of this.
Okay.
Who?
So we're gonna name names?
I don't know.
Do what you want.
Kaylee.
Okay.
I know you're watching
Hello,
because you're
Kaylee.
very excited for this.
Thank you, Kaylee. We know a lot of Kayleys.
We do. That's not what we're talking
Okay.
about.
Okay, continue.
So she got me to watch it, and hey, I've never been the same.
You were right. You were right.
I have never been the same because it really ticked all those boxes for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the fictional world that I soon become obsessed with.
Mm-hmm.
Father figure dynamics.
That gets you.
That
gets you.
That is, I love those tropes.
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
Looking right at you, The Last of Us.
I think that's really where it all started for me.
That probably is where it started. That was a pretty good intro.
But I love that trope, so it had that.
Yep.
Hot women.
That works.
It was everything I wanted and more.
Mm-hmm.
So watched that and tried to get everyone that has ever crossed paths with me since then to watch it, and hey, no one did. So who's the person that really feeds off my hyperfixations?
That'd be me.
So I tried to get you to watch it, and you said, hey,
I don't like animated things.
Anna, I feel like that is discrimination.
Probably. Okay, it's because I don't know what it's always been, but like I've tried to like other animated shows and I just couldn't really like get into it. I was always like, no, I need like the physical like I don't feel connected to it. It doesn't feel like real, like I don't feel connected to it is like the main thing.
So she was wrong basically.
So I was definitely wrong. And then but Arcane it's different somehow. Like it doesn't feel animated, if that makes any sense. It is, but it doesn't feel like it is.
Yeah.
And that's just on the incredible style.
Yeah. So as the 3 arcs for season 2 were coming out, every single day I was showing her the TikTok edits. I was showing her like everything. Telling her about crazy stuff that I couldn't wrap my mind around. Mm-hmm. And eventually the dam broke.
The dam
really
broke. It was just okay. I don't know what. Okay, I think it's because you had screamed at me for so long, and so intensely that I was like, fine, I'll watch it. And I started with season 1, and I finished season 1, and I wasn't obsessed with it yet. But I was just like, it was really good. I'll definitely watch season 2. Like, I liked it. Watched season 2. Got to season 2, episode 5, and I was like, this is starting to feel
the claws
a
are
different.
Sinking in.
This is starting to feel like I can see this behind my eyes when I sleep. Yes. And then it's getting bad when you're at work and you're like, all I can think about is that show that I'm watching right now.
You know it's bad when you're at work and you're having
watching
heart palpitations.
At work. Watching it at work is different. And then the edits started happening, and I was like, okay, edits I think are the number one thing that gets me to hyperfixate on something, because certain people on TikTok who can make those edits are so good.
Shouldn't have that technology.
No, they
but
shouldn't.
At the same time, give it only to them. Don't let anyone else have it.
Exactly. I want I think there needs to be like I don't know, the Emmys or something, like a whole new category.
The Edit Awards.
The Edit Awards. That would be, because honestly, some people on there are making cinematic masterpieces that are like 10 minutes long. It's like a full video of like incredible editing, and it's amazing. Yeah. And edit anything over sad Taylor Swift songs and I'm in. Yeah. Or Hosier.
And that's all you need.
And that's all I need. So anyways, so that happened. And it hasn't really gone away since, which is typically what happens, is that I'm here for way longer and she's done. Like I'm like freaking out and she's I know.
I don't like to say over it because it sounds like I hate it now, but like love Arcane still.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't want to watch another goddamn edit.
Which is why you're ignoring all the ones I send you.
Yeah.
Which is so rude, by the way. That's like a big part of this, and you don't watch them, which kind of pisses me off now.
Yeah.
You need to start watching them, which is why I'm going to force you to watch one today.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not, because my phone is over there.
Yeah. Whatever, that's fine.
I could show you the ones okay, this is also when the TikTok ban happened, and I thought that all of the edits I had saved were going to disappear because, for context, we're in Canada.
Yeah.
So
we didn't got to worry about anything.
So we didn't, well, that's not the truth, but we didn't have to worry about TikTok being banned.
Yeah.
But someone told me if the TikTok, like, has American it's American
the
IP,
American accounts basically were gonna be
gonna get deleted
blocked.
and cleared. So I was like, oh my god, my edits! Like, that's the only thing I thought about.
That's crazy.
So I spent a day a couple hours. I was supposed to be doing work. Went through all of my likes on TikTok, which are entirely edits. I don't know why I haven't been making like chapter. What is it, like, collections for them or whatever?
Yeah,
like playlists.
like saving them.
I haven't been doing that. I've just been liking them and then just scrolling back to find them. So I went all the way back. It took me like so long. Went all the way back, and I just started downloading them to my camera roll and sending them to the cloud.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there's certain edits where I was like, I can't live my life without watching this. And that's when you told me it's actually not normal to rewatch edits, which is crazy.
Yeah, see, I watch an edit, and there's very few times when it sticks with me.
Yeah.
When it does, I'm like, wow, that was a good edit. But usually I'm like, that was pretty good. And I scroll the next
On to the
one.
next. I can't get over things. If I see a good edit, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna watch it again and again and again and again and again. So anyways, all that being said, though, Arcane is it's fading for me.
Oh,
I'm doing better.
You're healing.
I'm healing. I haven't watched it in like 3 weeks. Like, since we came back from winter break.
Wow.
For school, which is impressive.
3 weeks
That's like
sober.
3 weeks. I'm 3 weeks Arcane sober. I think I've also just been like busy. But I'm kind of moving on to Smosh now, which you also introduced me
is
to.
also something I've introduced.
Smosh gives me the same vibes that like BuzzFeed used to give me. Did you ever watch BuzzFeed videos?
No, I reserve BuzzFeed for quizzes.
Okay, because I never did their quizzes or looked at their like listicles or whatever.
Listicles?
Do you know what a listicle is?
No.
You know those articles that'll have the title will be like top 10 celebrities that
and they call it a listicle?
It's called a listicle.
That sounds like a list of people's testicles.
Okay. Whoa. No, they call it a listicle, like an article, but it's a list.
I don't think they do.
No, they do. You want to Google it?
No.
It's called a listicle.
I'm Googling it.
It's called a listicle. I'm not even kidding. I watched a video on BuzzFeed, on like a BuzzFeed like anthology analysis. Listicle, it's real.
In the Oxford English Dictionary.
It's real.
Wow.
It's real. Yeah, but Smosh is giving me the vibes that, like, I used to love BuzzFeed videos, and like I'm sure someone out there can relate to this, but like the BuzzFeed had all these different channels that eventually started popping up. So there was like BuzzFeed video, and they were made like purely by millennials for millennials, like, and I was like 10 watching them.
Okay.
But I was like, these are my people. And then they had this offshoot channel that was called, oh my god, it was like the BuzzFeed for girls, Ladylike. It was called
not BuzzFeed for girls.
It was literally BuzzFeed for girls. It was called Ladylike.
Wow.
And they made so many videos on there that were like pretty boring, but like in the moment, I was like, these women are raising me. I felt like these women were raising me. Okay, that is like all I watched. And there's also this whole like side genre of BuzzFeed that was just like, I've since learned is like a canonical event for like semi-gay women in this generation, which is like BuzzFeed made a bunch of videos about like lesbians.
Really?
Yeah, and like it's like there's a huge, like, most of the people that worked at BuzzFeed were like gay. So
wow.
Or not, I won't say most. There was a lot of gay people working at BuzzFeed, so they all made videos about lesbians, and some of them were like, I think there was one that was called "Straight Woman Kisses Lesbians for the First Time," and I was watching it at 12.
Oh, this is like is it like Jubilee?
Yes, kind of. They were a lot more.
I don't know if that's the channel that does or they just, maybe, I don't know.
The videos were a lot more like kind of like,
I know
that,
the
I
vibe
guess.
you're talking about.
You know, you get the vibe.
Yeah.
But whatever, but I was watching videos like that at 10 being like, yes, I am being raised. Like, these women are raising me. These people are raising me. And then, do you know the Try Guys?
Yes.
They came out of BuzzFeed.
Hey, because they're in the same sphere as Smosh.
They are in the same sphere as Smosh. Now they are.
Fear.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, so Smosh is giving me the same, and I never watched Smosh before, like, its new arc, if you will.
the Renaissance. The Renaissance.
It's Renaissance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but now I'm really getting into Smosh, and I think it's really fun. And it's kind of making me feel like a child again because I'm reliving that like BuzzFeed feeling of video.
Yeah.
So that's been this week.
I love that for you.
And I think the people at Smosh are much more likable than people at BuzzFeed. Sorry, people at BuzzFeed.
Okay.
Well, BuzzFeed's dead now.
Is it?
I think so.
I still be doing quizzes on there.
No, like that is still a thing, but like BuzzFeed video isn't a thing. Apparently BuzzFeed India is like killing it though.
Oh.
And have like a ton of like crazy traction. So
Wow.
I'm gonna need to check out BuzzFeed India to relive some childhood
Maybe
emotions. But yeah, that was anyways, that's my rant about Smosh and BuzzFeed.
and
that's
Arcane.
and Arcane apparently. The history of Arcane in our circle. In this.
Okay. Well, for the greater meat of this episode
of what
we're going to be talking about something that I think is just so integral to who we are.
Yeah.
And that, of course, is the Wylan effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, the Wylan
So let's
effect.
break this down.
What is the Wylan effect?
What's like the study of words?
No. I don't know.
Hold on. Study of words.
I think this is going to be integral for going forward.
So this is gonna. Oh,
what did you just find?
Oh, etymology.
Etymology.
Let's go into the etymology of the Wylan effect. So
okay, to start, I came up with the Wylan effect. This is on my soil.
So Wylan being a key factor in this name.
Yeah, who's Wylan? You may be asking. Well, in another piece of our lore is Six of Crows, which you introduced me to. Mm-hmm. I hated it in the beginning, then I loved it. Now I'm still loving it. Well, you made me read it that one time, and I was like, I don't like fantasy.
And you didn't get it.
It's when I didn't like fantasy, which I like now.
Yeah.
But Wylan is a character in Six of Crows who is my absolute favorite. Like, I was like, for me, it's Wylan, right? And Wylan has this. He gave off this certain vibe to me as like a character archetype, which I had never like encountered before, and I was like, I know. It was the kind of thing where it got very parasocial very quickly. I was like, I know that
he's my friend.
He's my friend. No, he is not my friend. But it was the kind of thing where I don't know how you would describe this, but he was just like the kind of character who can take care of himself and is kind of struggling, but eventually has not like a redemption arc, but like a strength arc.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he should have to take care of himself. I want to take care of him.
Yeah, and I do have a definition here.
Okay.
I came up with this all by myself. Okay. Wylan effect definition. Any character that the viewer/reader feels an unromantic sympathy towards. Example, you want to make sure they're drinking enough water and taking care of themselves because they really deserve it.
That was accurate. That's really, really accurate.
Yeah.
I was like, he shouldn't have to struggle. I'll struggle for him. Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach.
Coach, put me in.
Coach,
get me off this bench.
Put me in.
Get me
off
this
the
goddamn bench.
I will fight for him. Like, not like I'm fighting for, like, not like in the typical sense, like I'm fighting for this person. Like, I will fight for him. He will sit down and I'll do it. And then he'll take the credit. That's fine with me.
So we both come up with a list.
Because there's other certain characters who invoke this quality.
Yes, we have since discovered that there are many characters in other media
that have this effect.
Evoke this feeling.
And it's important to me. And this tends to be my favorite kind of character. Like, in a book, this is always going to be who I lean towards and who I, like, love and can't stop thinking about and obsess over a little bit.
And this isn't just, like, in characters, the trope of, like, the soft boy is, like, this isn't just the soft boy.
It's not, no, that's
There's something deeper going on here.
It's not the little twinks. It's not always a twink. Like, that's the thing. It's not always a twink. That is, Wylan effect, it's not always a twink.
Yes.
Okay? Sometimes it is the other characters, and this is also extended to certain people. There are certain real life people who invoke this quality as well.
Am I one of them?
Well, let's get into it here. Oh wait,
am I on this list?
No, okay. You're not on this list. You are different. Like,
well, thank you.
Okay, you go first because you, I think, have a bit more.
So my first one is Wylan.
Yeah, me too. Okay, cool.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not, it's always Wylan.
I then have Gem from Infernal Devices.
Okay, interesting, because I didn't feel that when I read it. When I read those,
when I was reading them, I don't think this was a thing for us yet. But
you read them a really long time ago. You're pretty young.
So I didn't really think it was a thing yet. But looking backwards, I feel like if I read it now, he would, because that boy is struggling.
But he's like diseased.
Yeah,
is that why?
And he shouldn't be, because he is perfect.
Okay.
And yes, I was Team Will, but Gem shouldn't have to.
I was too.
Gem shouldn't have to suffer like this.
Feel this way.
Yeah.
Okay. My first one is obviously Wylan. My second one. Don't look.
No, I was okay.
Okay. My second one is a real person, and this is Joe Locke.
Why, yes.
Because he kind of like brings that, like, he is a little bit more fun, like he's more funny than
My foot's cramping.
oh god, oh god, oh god. My god.
Okay, what was that?
Joe Locke. Like, I get that. I think as he's gotten older, I don't feel that way as much. When he was like really young and just fresh off Heartstopper, I was like, protect that boy, and I'll do it. I have my sword. I am doing it.
We're going to war.
I'm going to war for him, so he doesn't have to. He can go sit down. I'm going.
Yeah,
because I like want to like protect him, but also just like he has this like, I think it's a very like a lovable quality, but also like he can clearly, you know, he's doing fine.
Yeah.
But he does invoke that kind of feeling sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes I look at him and I'm like, you're just a boy. You're just a boy. You're just a boy. You're only a boy. You're a real boy.
Okay. My next one.
Mm-hmm.
Victor from the first season of Arcane.
I have him on here too.
Okay. The first season. And I say the first season because second season
Jesus? Not to spoilers.
Very confusing.
Heavy spoilers in this podcast, by the way. We are gonna spoil everything.
The resemblance to JC himself.
Uncanny. He became a gay Jesus.
And good for him.
You can't tell me
but
that
he didn't need me after that.
No, he kind of figured it out for himself. I'm still so confused what happened to him at the end. Is he still evil or is he dead? I think he's canonically dead.
Existences.
I saw something that said that him and Jace are dead.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, because they merged souls and died.
Yeah.
A very straight thing to do, by the way.
Yeah, that was so straight of them.
Apparently they're straight. Very straight of them. Mm-hmm. Very straight of two straight men to merge souls in friendship and die for each other.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Very straight.
So, yeah.
That makes sense. I have him on here too, season 1 specific, because, that is, because he was a little bit like, I guess kind of like how you felt about like Gem and
Sickly,
diseased, skinny,
yeah,
withering away.
Yeah,
that is kind of the
yeah.
But he also was like super sweet in season 1. Like he was a sweetheart.
Yeah,
and he just wanted to science.
He really did just want to science.
He just wanted to science, and fuck Jace, and that didn't happen. Instead, they merged souls.
Yeah.
That one, like, was it like a post that you showed me saying
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're talking about the marks on Jason's and being from him reaching backwards.
This resembles backshots.
Backshots. I think about that all the time. That was so funny. That fandom kind of scares me sometimes.
Well, you weren't there for the like between acts. I just got a notification from Substack. You can follow me on Substack. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it was either between acts 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. When the profile pick war started happening.
Oh yeah.
Because I think at the end of Act 1 was when, or no, 2, when Jace K-worded
that child
Victor.
Oh, okay.
So there was the big war because it was like in the first season, Jace was a whiny little B-word.
He was a bitch.
He was a whiny little bitch. And I hated him.
Yeah.
As many others did. And people were like, no, don't hate on Jace. It was a big war.
And
then going into this, I feel like this season did redeem him.
Did it though?
Well, he's still whiny. But he wasn't
whiny.
outright evil, but after he killed Victor with no like context towards what happened to him, going back in time, forward in time, what did he do? I don't even know.
I don't know what he did. Oh, he went way forward or something like that.
I don't know.
He went to a different dimension.
But there was like people would have like a picture of Jace, and then it would have like a check mark or an X or like a question mark for if they thought he was evil or not, and it like brands were getting into this.
Oh my
God.
There
was and like the comments, they were so funny. I saw one that was like it was Jace, but he was like the avatar with like the arrow on his head, and he was like, I will unite the 4 Jations.
Oh my god. Okay,
like it was crazy.
This is what I mean. This fandom like scares me a little bit. Like fans of The Last of Us are like, they're a different breed, but but they're pretty attuned to Earth, and they can like reel it in when they have to. Yeah. But fans of Arcane, the ones who are diehards, they're going to fucking in, and they are not rooted to reality.
Yeah.
They need to be studied a little bit, because like They are so parasocially connected to a different dimension.
Yeah,
Like
they really are.
It's really crazy, and they go like hard. I saw somebody get ripped apart for some of their opinions, which I won't state here because I don't want to put this person on blast. The one that I saw that I agreed with and I did leave a comment on, ripping them not like to shreds, but just being like, "Hey, you're wrong," was when somebody said that child that the traitor piece got.
Oh yeah,
that child, Marcus's child,
the enforcer.
Somebody said Marcus's child was Maddie, and I was like, it has not been 18 years.
That was going around because I think her character was announced before the season came out. So people were saying that, and I was like, they're just two gingers.
They're two gingers can exist in the same city at the same time and not be called the same person.
Can they?
Yes, they can. Okay, they're not the same person. They're different.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, that was the one. And then I've seen some people taking sympathy on Maddie and being like, she shouldn't have had to die. And I'm like,
if she didn't die, then I would have killed her myself.
Exactly. She was a traitor and she was like going behind. Okay, we're not supposed to talk about this right now.
We're not getting it.
We're not getting it. This is a whole different episode.
Who's next on your list?
On my list. Okay, next. These all come in a pack. So I'm just gonna say like next 3.
Okay.
I've got Matthew Thomas and Christopher from the chain of
The Last Hours.
The Last Hours. I call it the chain of series.
The sequel series to Infernal Devices.
Yes, because I'm reading it right now. I'm about to finish it. Well, I'm 650 pages from the end, but I'm reading the last book right now, and they all, especially Thomas. Yes. Especially Thomas.
I read both of these series so long ago. All of those characters merged into one for me. Couldn't tell you who is who.
Well, they all have a very similar name. White boy name is their name.
All of these books, because I read a lot of historical fiction and fantasy, and yeah, they're all the same.
White boy name. White boy name. That's it. But Thomas specifically, it's not because he's the gay one, okay? Actually, it might be. But he just has a certain quality about him. He's like big and burly, but he's also just so kind-hearted. He's a soft soul.
Yeah.
But he's not a twink. And it's not just because he's gay. Because I also have Matthew on here, because Matthew brings this out as well. Because he's a tortured soul.
Yes.
He is suffering. It matters to me what happens to him, but also right now he's acting like a bitch, so I'm a little bit upset with him.
He's a bit of an asshole sometimes.
A bit of an asshole. Christopher, he's just too pure. He's just too pure for this world.
He's like the inventor one, right?
Yeah, he just wants to do his science magic, and that's it. And I think that's well, actually, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but yeah, So anyway, so those 3 on there, kind of for the same reason. Mostly Thomas though, and then Matthew will be second, and Christopher is last. Just because if something bad happens to Christopher, if they kill off Christopher, because Christopher would be the one they kill off. Don't even tell me he wouldn't be. I'm putting my head through a wall. I'm looking at you because you know what happens. Don't give anything away to me.
You think I remember though?
Okay, that's good to know. If they kill off any of those 4, now notice how James isn't on here.
Well, what's wrong with James?
Nothing is wrong with James, but I don't get the Wylan effect from him. He pisses me off sometimes.
I don't really remember what he was all about. I'm gonna be so
real. I can tell he's supposed to be like the main character.
I remember Will and Will alone.
I know you remember Will, Silver Fox.
That guy was my husband.
Your husband. You were. Oh my god, I forgot about your arc with Will Herondale. That was actually
crazy about him, really and I still am.
Oh god.
We're happily married. Forget Tessa.
See, the only character I ever felt that way about was Mr. Edward Cullen.
That's crazy.
I know. I was young, okay? I was young. He was the only one I felt that way about. Haven't felt that way since. I mainly get the Wylan effect, or I just kind of am like, yeah. You know?
Mm-hmm. Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
TK from Lone Star.
Yes! He's not on mine, but he should be!
I thought of him yesterday when we were hanging out, and I was like, I can't believe you don't have this on your list.
I can't believe that either. I forgot about him. Okay, we should also context this. We are
Emergency response TV show
girlies. Specifically 911 for you, 911 Lone Star for me. That is my shit. Mm-hmm. And then The Rookie, which I'm also just starting, and
I've been watching for years.
You've loved for a long time. Not these shows.
If Chenford don't get back together, I'm rioting.
These shows, the plot is so horrific. Like, it is so out of this world. It's basically a dystopian. Yeah. But
I'm sad.
I'm sad, and I believe what's happening.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, of course there's a bee tornado. What do you mean?
In Austin, Texas. Like, of course there is. I just saw the other day the synopsis dropped for the final episode of Lone Star, because this series is ending.
Yes.
Which they've really fucked up season 5, but it's okay. And I wish I could find it, but it was I read it and I was literally like, okay, y'all are doing too much. Like, okay, I think we're out of the plane of reality. We haven't for a while, but I think 100%.
Have we ever been in the plane?
No, not ever. Not ever. The most realistic thing that happened in those shows was that there's people in them. And that's about it. Everybody's hot and everybody's fit and and there's tsunamis hitting California and there's a solar storm hitting Austin, Texas, and a girl's getting put in the ground in a barrel.
Except
alive.
The one thing that I will say is that I was like, yeah, right, there's a solar storm, and because what even is that? That is something out of science fiction. Yeah. And also, how are we seeing the Northern Lights when we're not in Iceland?
And then those things happened.
Guess what? That happened.
Yeah. And then we did see the Northern Lights in Canada.
And then I was like, you know what? Lone Star is 100% true.
They're 100% accurate.
Yeah,
they're accurate. I don't think you can see the Northern Lights from Austin, Texas.
But like when that happened, could they see it there?
I don't.
It's pretty whack.
In Texas, I don't think so.
Girl, we saw the Northern Lights.
We are near Antarctica.
Girl, we're like middle.
No, we're not. We're top. He wasn't a top.
He wasn't a bottom.
He was annoying.
Little smosh.
Okay, anyways, 100% TK. That makes I can't believe I don't have him on this list because I started watching the show because I saw edits of TK and
of course you did.
Because of course I did, and I was like, oh, Wylan Effect.
Why do you think I started watching 911? Because I found out that Buck in the show they made him bisexual, and I said, hey, guess what? He's gonna get with that other man. If
Eddie don't fuck, I'm going to kill myself.
They already have.
They have?
No, in my mind, that kitchen scene. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, if they don't wrap that series up, which apparently they're going to soon, without them fucking, I'm gonna.
Well, they just
hands. Moved networks.
Moved networks.
Yes, maybe they won't, but I know that I thought ABC was gonna kill it.
I don't know. The fans are pretty diehard.
They're plotting. Okay,
I think they're gonna be ending The Rookie soon, though.
Yeah, I think so too. Lone Star is obviously ending.
Yeah,
which is super sad because you only got one crossover episode between 911 and
I know.
911 Lone Star, and TK only hit on Bucky once.
Well, I think TK was in a relationship at the time.
He was in a relationship. Oh my god, I should have Carlos on here from Lone Star because it also applies
they're
to him.
Actually they're a Wylan Effect
together
couple.
They're a Wylan Effect couple because oh my god, they have done so much with those characters and they are given crumbs. They're giving nothing.
Yeah.
They are given nothing in the scripts and they have turned those characters into something that I could only dream of. It's incredible. Incredible.
Who's next?
Okay, next is one that is so important to me and you don't know this one actually because you haven't read this. It's Michael Holden from Solitaire.
Well, I know who that man is.
Oh yeah, now you actually do know who that man is because he was in season 3 of Heartstopper. Mm-hmm. We're also going to need to do a Heartstopper episode.
Oh, we're going to do Heartstopper.
We have a lot of
we're going to do Heartstopper.
Oh, we're going to do Heartstopper. We're going to need to go through. Okay, anyways, we're going to need to go through all this. But okay, Michael Holden is from the book Solitaire by Alice Oseman, and they did not show enough of him in season 3. I need him. There's going to be a season 4 because how could there not be a season 4?
It hasn't been announced yet.
I know, but I honestly think if they don't announce season 4, there's gonna be like riots.
Yeah,
I think Netflix will honestly be in big trouble. That series has made them so much money.
Yeah,
I feel like they're just waiting until Kit Connor is done, Romeo and Juliet.
I think that they're waiting for the book to come out.
Yeah, that too. That's probably what they're also waiting for because they need scripts to announce something.
Yes. Well, and then whoa, I just had a stroke. The new Hunger Games book, they just announced the movie at the same time as the book.
Obviously it's going to be a movie.
The movement that Suzanne Collins has, also the fact that she's writing another book, we should all be worried.
Yeah, that's a little bit concerning.
What does that say about the state of the world? We already know it's in shambles, but it has fallen since that book was announced.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Michael Holden from Heartstopper. He is a pure soul, and I am a Tory girl. I think all the Tory girls unite because Tory has a certain essence that matches the Wylan effect perfectly.
Tory's the Wylan effect?
No. Michael Holden is the Wylan effect, but Tori, her vibe paired with the Wylan effect. Incredible.
She's what you want to do for these Wylan effect people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which is she pretends she doesn't know him, makes fun of him. Exactly.
Right.
Okay. No, they actually worked out pretty incredibly well. I hope season 4 of Heartstopper when it happens.
Do you have Charlie on your list?
I actually don't because I didn't experience Wylan effect with him. I experienced genuine sympathy and protective qualities.
Yeah, I think I experienced too much of that relatability.
Yeah.
So
I experienced like sympathy and genuine overprotectiveness of that character. Whereas like Joe Locke gets Wylan effect. Charlie Spring doesn't. Because Charlie Spring, you should have to fight for that. Like, you would have to. You don't get the choice to, you would have to.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Next on my
Give
list.
the option? Yeah, next on your list.
Tim from Fellow Travelers. In
Yeah.
brackets, my boy.
My boy. I never finished Fellow Travelers. I need to finish it.
Girl, when I tell you the shambles I was in.
Well, okay, this is actually one that you watched because I told you to watch it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was insane, and
Yeah.
I'm in love with hello?
Hello?
Jonathan Bailey. I don't know what just happened to me.
You love Jonathan Bailey. I love Jonathan Bailey too, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. Well, you don't get too much of Tim in Fellow Travelers. Like,
You do.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I only watched like half of it, so I need to finish it.
Yeah,
He dies, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
I love him.
Yeah.
I need Jonathan Bailey. I know he's
Mhm.
gay, but we could work something out.
Work it out. I love Jonathan Bailey as well. I think he was in Heartstopper as well. All worlds collide.
And Jonathan Bailey and Wicked.
Oh no.
Fiyero.
I don't want to talk about Wicked. Can this be a Wicked free space? This is a Wicked safe place.
No.
Okay. Well, I didn't think so. Okay, I don't share the Wicked obsession like the rest of the world.
We don't
does.
care. Who's next on your list?
Okay. Jesper from Six of Crows.
Really?
Yeah, he had something in him that I think he's very similar to Matthew, where I'm like, I get the same effect. Like, you're a tortured soul. You're very okay. A character with their foot on the gas to self-destruction is my favorite thing in the world.
Yes.
A character.
He is very Matthew.
He is very Matthew. A character like he's high fashion. He's bisexual. He's
chaos bisexual.
Chaos bisexual. Yeah, and he has drinking and gambling problems. So like, what's
Yeah.
not to love? Yeah, and he also obviously gets paired with the Wylan effect perfectly because he dates Wylan.
Yeah.
He kisses Wylan on the lips many times.
Yes.
And oh my god, I'm just so happy. Okay, we're gonna need to talk about this show Shadow and Bone eventually.
Oh.
Specifically season 2, because that was the only season that mattered to me.
Oh, if I can dig myself out of the
If I can dig myself out of the grave, we need to talk about it because that show should have never been canceled.
No.
I will never forget the person that sent a box with no return address to the Netflix headquarters that was just full of black like stuffed animal crows.
That's my icon.
And on the inside, they just wrote "No mourners, no funerals" and sent it unnamed to the Netflix headquarters. And they just opened that and found it after they canceled the show.
What a goat!
Like, how that happens and you don't instantly put it back up? Like, what's wrong with you? You're gonna be killed. You know what I mean? Like, your head is gonna be on a stake. Okay, that was like the biggest. Like, oh my god, I haven't been fully affected by a show cancellation until that point. Because I was like, oh my god, and people didn't like season 2. I don't give a crap because I'm not here for Shadow and Bone. I'm here for Six of Crows.
I'm also not here for a carbon copy of something that I already enjoyed.
Exactly, change it up a little bit. And
that's my take on all TV show adaptations, whether they be video game or book adaptations. I'm like, no, I already liked those things. I want something else to like.
Yeah, like I've already done the original. Change it up. Show me how you're gonna make it different and get me to feel even more for this. But yeah, and I didn't read Shadow and Bone, so I liked how they were sprinkling in the plot of Shadow and Bone into the plot I already loved, which is Six of Crows. Like, and if you were watching the show for Shadow and Bone, all 3 people that watched the show for the Shadow and Bone characters, sorry, like, oh well, suck it up, you're gonna live. Everybody was watching for the Crows. Nobody was watching for Shadow and Bone. Like, I'm sorry.
Well,
were you?
Well,
Nikolai
Lanzoff.
I don't experience these things for Nikolai.
Nikolai Lanzoff, my boy.
I don't know about that.
Nikolai and Zoya. They'll never be.
Aren't they a thing in the King of Scars and
yes,
Rule of Wolves?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're never gonna see that on screen.
Yeah.
So why would you say this to me?
We're never gonna see that Wylan. We're never gonna see the heist. We're never gonna see Matthias D word. We're never gonna see Matthias.
Next on my list.
I think it's actually my turn. Oh no, it's not.
You just went.
Okay.
I have Liam from Fourth Wing.
He's on here for me too.
I said, in brackets, yes, he was the one protecting Violet, but I would give my organs to resurrect him.
I would too. I would too. We need to talk about Onyx Storm. We need to do a full Fourth Wing.
I haven't read it, girl.
Me either. But we need to talk about the whole saga after we do read it. We'll do a big review because we're Fourth Wing girlies, and we're not ashamed to admit that.
I call it my guilty pleasure book.
It is my guilty pleasure book. I loved Fourth Wing a little too much, and everybody hated Iron Flame. I loved Iron Flame.
Yeah. I'm not a huge book politics girly. The politics of the fictional world. I am easily confused.
Yeah.
And I want dragons and I want war.
Okay.
And all of this stone, this, and then the second signet and the girl.
See, I like that stuff. Like, I liked it. I was like, oh, the world building. I'm so here. And they had the last book had been so sex driven that I was a little bit okay with the second book being a little bit more political and a little bit more about like the world and how everything is built and everything like that. Like, I liked that a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, Liam's death was one of the worst things I've ever read. Not like it was written badly. Like, I'm talking, I was in pain from that. That was so, so, so sad.
Yeah.
That was like a character death done well.
Yeah.
Because, like, we're still mourning him in.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't, like, even in the second book, he's not, like, a forgettable character. Like, he's very. Because I remember when they introduced him into Fourth Wing, I was like, who is this guy? Why is he entering the picture now? Like, we're over halfway down the book.
Yeah.
But, like, you fall in love with him so quickly, and then.
Which I think is a Wylan effect criteria.
That could be.
Fall in love with them very quickly.
Very quickly. Yeah, that makes sense. Was Liam gay?
Liam?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Wasn't he with the librarian girl?
Oh, yeah, he was. Justina. Okay.
That was my last one, by the way.
Last one. Okay, I have 5 more. Actually,
pick and choose.
Okay. We've actually already talked about one of them, so only 4 more, and they'll be quick. And 2 of them come as a package deal.
Okay.
I have Alex and Henry from Red, White, and Royal Blue. Not the movie.
I've only seen the movie, so I wouldn't know.
Red, White, and Royal Blue. I'm like a little bit like ashamed, but also not to say that is one of my favorite books of all time, because I've read it 6 times, and I just love that book so much. It is such a good story.
I assume like the book is probably better than the movie.
It is much better. Like, okay, I don't have the ability in me to hate on the movie because I just love. I was just happy we were even getting a movie, but I don't think they did it awesome. Like, I think it could have been done way better, but I think we're getting a second movie.
We are.
Which means a second book.
I don't think it does.
No, I think it does, because I have the special edition, one of the special edition ones, and in the back, there's an extra, 50 pages of, life in the future, and it's them,
that's probably just what they're basing it off of.
Yeah, so that's what I'm assuming, but Casey McQuiston has never said they wouldn't write the rest, that section, and they kind of alluded to the second movie being paired with the second book.
Love.
So I'm hoping that is the case. But I love this. Honestly, Wylan effect mostly applies to Henry, but Alex gets it a little bit as well. Alex is bisexual chaos.
Yes.
And Henry is sad gay, which is how it works, okay? And oh my god, I love that story so much. I read it in high school, my last year of high school, and it was the most shocking. I cried to that book, and every time I read it, I cry. I don't even know how to.
There you go.
How to describe it. Okay, next one's quick. Isha, from Arcane.
I thought we said this didn't apply to children, because of course you want to take care of them. And
yeah,
they cannot take care of themselves.
I know, but this child was different because Isha kind of could take care of herself for a little bit.
True.
It still somehow applies to her. I just felt that when I watched it, and she's another character death where she will not be forgotten in my eyes. I cried more at her death than I did Jinx's death.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? You were like, oh well, Jinx's death. She ain't dead. Death.
Yeah.
Jinx is alive. You can't convince me she's not alive. Yeah, okay, then next one on here, we've got Kit from Willow. Oh, Willow is another show that I actually experienced. Bring her back. We were supposed to get 3 seasons of Willow, and I'll never forget that. People hated Willow, and I don't even understand why. People hate to see women succeed, I guess.
Yeah, that's the only option. Sorry, I'm signing into TikTok.
Okay. Ruby Cruz did that character so incredibly. So did Aaron Kellyman. That dynamic was just incredible. And Ruby Cruz's character, Kit, from Willow.
And Ruby Cruz.
Who is in The Sex Lives of College Girls right now. And I love her character, but the character she plays opposite, especially like the love interest, pisses me off so much that I can't even watch. Like, I'm like, every scene that Ruby Cruz is in where she's doing amazing, this other British girl is here and she's pissing me off intensely and like saying the stupidest things and being incredibly cringy that I'm just like, I can't even enjoy this. It's not about that though. This is about Kit from Willow. I'll always grieve the loss of Willow. I think it was a great show.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what people say. I think we should have finished it. People just hate to see. And it was crazy. It's like, what's even more insane is it's been fully removed from Disney Plus.
Yeah, that
smells
like homophobia.
That smells like homophobia to me. I'm pretty sure that was homophobia from the homophobes. It was made by the creators of Star Wars.
It was?
Yeah, it was made by the brothers. The people that made Star Wars made Willow, which is why it looks so good.
Oh.
But I just can't believe that they've like full on removed. That's got to be homophobia. 100% homophobia. Okay, then my last one is a little bit more specific. Vi, season 1, episode 1 to 3.
So child, not child, like teen
vibe. Vi, yeah. Because like you can't tell me you don't feel that for her. She just is a little, it's crazy because I've never been like, Vi is probably my favorite character from Arcane.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't know this. But it's not because I'm in love with her. It's because I want to be her.
Okay, yeah.
This genuinely is a I want to be Vi situation. Mm-hmm. Not when she's a child, because she kind of had a hard life. But it's like, she's like, it's the older sister thing. Like, I relate to that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Side note, we are going to be Vi and Jinx for Halloween
Okay,
next
maybe.
Year. No, we are.
If there's not another hyperfixation.
No, it's going to be, we've already agreed to this.
Which there's so much time for.
I know, but we've already agreed to this. What else? This would be the perfect sister costume.
Okay.
It's perfect.
Yes.
And I have the most amazing Instagram caption picked out up here for it.
Okay.
So we have to do it. We're committed.
Okay.
I'm bulking for this. We have to do it, okay? But yeah, Child Vi was like so chaotic that I was just like, oh, you know, don't hurt her. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's my Wylan effect list.
That's your okay.
It's continuing though. Like every time I watch something new, I'm like, oh, there's another one. Oh, collecting them like freaking Infinity Stones. I'm like, these are the few for me. Yeah. Love. Anyways, reflections on your Wylan effect? Anything here that is pointing something out about yourself?
No. Well, I do find that they're predominantly men.
I was just gonna say, this is all men almost. I have 2 women on here.
I was trying to think of some, like, girl, because I feel like it's so possible for, like, a girl
100%.
Wylan effect.
100%.
It's just that I guess, like, typically they're not, like, written for that role.
And also, women? I see a woman and I'm like, oh, you're capable. Like, you can do things. You're very...
Well, yes.
You're capable. I see men and I'm like, oh my god, you're hopeless. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're never going to grow to be able to do anything. I must do it for you, which is probably like a toxic thing in myself.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, but I guess I have a couple women on here, but it's like 2 of them are technically children and one of them is just a chaotic, gay woman. And it's Ruby Cruz. And you might also be able to slap Ruby Cruz in general into this because she just kind of fits all of the characteristics as well.
Amazing. Well,
this can't wait. What else are we gonna do?
Lore dump, and then I have a game.
Oh, a game? Okay. Well, we're almost at an hour, so maybe we should save lore dump for another day and do your game.
Okay.
Okay. What's your game?
So 2 things that are important. Well, okay. Something that's important to our lore. Another thing.
Okay, one more.
If you haven't sensed the theme, The Greatest Showman.
Oh God, here we go. I didn't add any Greatest Showman characters to this.
Well, they're all like white men. So
yeah.
Anyway,
like I might put Zac Efron.
We know all of the songs, or do we?
Oh.
Because something that's important to my lore is Taylor Swift. And so this game is going to be guess the lyrics. Is it Taylor Swift or The Greatest Showman?
Oh, okay. I think I'm actually gonna do pretty. I know The Greatest Showman songs like by heart, so I think I'm gonna do pretty good at this.
Okay. I feel like it might be easy, but when you read them out, it might like mess with you.
Mess with me? Okay. Let's give it a go.
Okay. So, first lyric. It's only this moment. Don't care what comes after. Okay, wait. This is kind of hard, actually.
Of course, now all the songs are like flying out of my head.
Yes.
Okay. It's only this moment. Don't care what
love
comes
this.
after. It's only. Oh, that's the greatest showing. That's the greatest showing.
Yes.
It's only this moment. Don't care what comes after.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Give me that was easy.
Okay.
It did something for a second, but okay, that is difficult actually, because that sounds like a Taylor Swift lyric.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. Okay.
Okay.
When the glitter fades and the walls won't hold.
Oh my god. Wait.
Is it?
When the glitter
P-Swizzle.
That sounds like a Taylor Swift lyric.
Or The Greatest Showman, Hugh Jackman himself. Or another character.
Or another character, Zendaya.
This is great content.
I feel like
Go with your gut.
my gut is saying that's Taylor Swift. That sounds like
Final answer? My stomach is making some
yeah,
interesting
wow.
noises.
Oh my god, this one feels iffy. I'm gonna go with Taylor Swift because I can't think of a song that would go in.
It's The Greatest Showman.
It is?
I think it's from now on, when the glitter fades and the
walls won't hold. Okay, I think it's because in that line, I never know what he was saying.
I looked at the lyrics and I was like, a lot of these are like, I just went with like sounds and I didn't associate them with words. Okay. Next one. We're bound to break and my hands are tied.
Okay, that is Greatest Showman because I know
Yes.
exactly that song. That is
that's Rewrite the Stars.
Rewrite the Stars, which I ruined that song for myself because I skated to it as a child.
Wow.
I really ruined it. We're bound to break. What is it? We're
bound to break and my hands
are tied. That's like one of the final lines in that song. Yeah. That's
okay,
Zendaya.
next one.
Can't give me Zendaya and think I'm gonna mess that up.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Playing soldiers, just pretending, dreaming dreams with happy endings.
Okay. I have to really think about these songs now. Because I really don't know Taylor Swift that well. Like, I know her main songs, her main stuff, but I don't know her deep cuts very well. Unlike you.
I didn't write, what any of these songs or any of these lyrics were from, so...
Okay. Wait, can you say it again?
Playing soldiers, just pretending, dreaming dreams with happy endings.
That seems very wordy for The Greatest Showman. That feels like a lot of words. Okay, that's got to be Taylor Swift.
It is.
Yeah. Because I don't recognize that.
What's it from? Playing soldiers,
Playing
dreaming dreams with happy endings.
I forget. Okay, well that's okay. It's Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Okay, I definitely don't know that song because I've never heard that line before.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
You've been calling my bluff and all. Wait, no, I messed it up. Wait.
Okay.
You've been calling my bluff on all my usual tricks.
That's Taylor Swift because the word bluff would not be in The Greatest Showman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it could get you with the other side or something.
Oh, that is actually true. That could have got. I forgot about the other side.
Been calling my bluff on all my usual tricks. So
do you know that song?
Truth. That's from Endgame.
Endgame. Okay, I've never heard Endgame.
My red lips.
I've never heard Endgames.
Okay. I don't care if they call us crazy. We'll run away to a world we design.
Oh, that's Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
I don't care if they call us crazy.
Yeah, it's
we can live in
dreams.
a world that we design.
Million
Okay,
dreams.
Yeah, million
okay.
dreams.
You have no room in your dreams for regrets.
Because there is this other song that I don't know very well, and that's Tightrope from The Greatest Showman. So these could have been from there because I really don't know that song besides like the chorus.
Yeah.
Can you say it again?
You have no room in your dreams for regrets.
That feels more Taylor Swifty. That feels Swifty.
It's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I wish I wrote down what songs these were from, because now that I'm saying them, I don't know how the line goes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, last one, I think.
Okay.
Where is it? Okay. So I risk it all just to be with you.
Okay, that one might actually get me because that really could be either. That could honestly be either. Risk it all just to be with you. I'm trying to think of like the tune.
Yep.
Well, when they stump me this hard, I think they have to be Taylor because I can't think of that in anything else. I'm going Taylor.
Greatest Showman.
Really?
So I'd risk
That's That's Tightrope. That's the one I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's kind of the chorus. I should have known that.
With you.
Okay, I should have known that because that's the chorus.
That song is so good.
That song is incredible. That was yours. That was the one you loved. For
I loved that song when I was at the ripe age of 8.
8 when we saw it.
It's gotta be later. I don't know. 11, I think, actually.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that was really fun. That got me actually more than I thought it was going to. Because I know The Greatest Showman back in my hand, and I just sent you that video the other day of that the live show in New York that we need to see.
That's not the Broadway thing, though. That's just Hugh Jackman's New York show.
Oh, well, we should go to that. We should fly there and go to that.
Yeah, I've been seeing that all over TikTok.
I didn't even know that was a thing. We should also I'm kind of behind on online lore because I was off social media for a year. Mm-hmm. So there are some things that are popping up where I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
Well, maybe next week I'll educate you.
You should give me some online education.
I will.
I'll appreciate that because I've even I'm back on everything now, which is really bad. But
you need to catch up. You missed a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, you're finally awake. Do you know what that's from?
No.
I will educate you.
Okay. That's great. We have some great plans going forward. Well, this is a great first episode.
Yeah.
We've actually done pretty well.
Yeah.
I thought that we were going to get, this is not going to go as smoothly, but we just kind of chatted.
Yeah.
That's kind of the aim of this. We literally do this, this is how we talk and what we do in just our daily lives.
So we just decided to make content out of it.
Record it. And and just see what people think.
Yeah.
Just for shits and gigs. I think we're going to commit to posting on Mondays. Beginning of the week. Perhaps. I think that would be good because then we have one out beginning of every week. So we'll see you next Monday or whenever next. You can catch us on Spotify, YouTube, we have a TikTok, Instagram. Mm-hmm. You can go there for maybe we'll do polls at one point to see what people do some lore quizzes. Some sister lore quizzes.
Sister lore quizzes.
Yeah. They don't know our names.
Should we have done an introduction? You can do a little
I'll do a little pop up. That is Michaela. I am Haley. I'm older even though I'm not taller.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to hear anything about. But we will hardly ever address each other with names.
No.
Probably never.
That one.
Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. We will be back the next time we're back. Which I don't know when that is. But have a good for you it's the weekend, but they're going into the week. So
well, I will put together some online education for you.
Please do that. I think that's a really good. I think I actually need that because I feel like sometimes I'm getting like someone's making fun of me online.
They probably are.
And I'm like, I don't know what this means, so I like it, and then people roast me. So
yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll be doing that next week.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.
Goodbye.